What's up, everyone? My name is Platinum Howler, and today I'm bringing you the second game of the EA Mons tournament hosted by Mount Silver. Today we are facing Crimson, and we've got a bit of a different setup this time. His team is over on the right side of the screen. He has a very interesting combination in Surge Surfer Xurkitree and Electric Surge Eelektross, which makes Xurkitree a big threat. If it gets fast enough, it can just set up a Tail Glow and outspeed and destroy everything. So, and he also has Teravolt on that, but I don't see much reason for him to be running Teravolt this time. He has a Gyarados, which can have either Aerialate or Motor Drive. So it's actually it makes it impossible to run like electric coverage because it's very hard to know whether or not he's Aerialate or Motor Drive until he goes for an attack, and whatever attack he goes for is going to do some damage. He has Porygon 2, which will most likely be Magic Guard. Don't see much reason for him to run Unaware against me. He has a Hustle Zygarde 10%, which hits very, very hard. Immunity Blossom and Adaptability Moltres and Cobalion. So what we are bringing is we have a Mesprit with Psychic Surge to get rid of the opposing Electric Surge, and it has an eject button to prevent him from his electric types getting momentum against me. So I can replace his terrain with Psychic Terrain and then go into Blacephalon, which is faster than both Xurkitree and Eelektross. And Blacephalon is not Focus Sash this week. It's Magic Guard with Life Orb. And Modest Life Orb Mind Blown 2-hit KOs Max Spadef Porygon 2. That is just that's just insane to me. So we also have Flame Charge, Shadow Ball, and Psyshock on this set. The reason we have Psyshock because if we have Psychic Terrain up, we can actually OHKO the Gyarados after rocks with Psyshock and Psychic Terrain. Gyarados has good special bulk, so it can actually take a Shadow Ball, and we did not want to play around with running HP Electric against potential Motor Drive Gyarados. Then we have our Togekiss, which is Marvel Scale, holding a Flame Orb and Trick, so we can potentially get rid of the Eelektross's Assault Vest or Porygon 2's Violate, and then we can burn either one of those. Hopefully we'll get burned prior to tricking the Flame Orb away, because we do want the boosted defense. We are max physical defense on top of getting the defense boost from Marvel Scale to switch into the Zygarde and Cobalion to an extent. I mean, it can kind of take on Cobalion, not super well. Attacking move is Dazzling Gleam for the Zygarde 10%. We have a Hippowdon with Stealth Rocks. I should also mention Hippowdon has Stealth Rocks and Mesprit also has Stealth Rocks. So I really want to get Rocks up in this game. His only hazard remover is Moltres, which is going to take 50% to Rocks when it comes in. Earthquake, Slack Off, and Rock Tomb. We have Rock Tomb because we want to make sure that we hit against the Moltres, and also in case he decides to try to set up on me with a Magnet Rise Cobalion or something, we needed to have something other than Earthquake to hit that with our Hippowdon. But our Hippowdon is actually more specially defensive this week, so we can take on his electric types better. And then we have Sandrush Tyrantrum, which is Jolly and has enough speed for a Scarfed Cobalion, holding the Dragonium Z with Outrage. We also have Bulldoze to potentially lower something's speed. Just same reason we have Rock Tomb on Hippowdon, because I want to make sure that Blacephalon can potentially outspeed the Cobalion. Cobalion is base 108, whereas Blacephalon is 107, so that's pretty unfortunate. And then we have our No Guard Poliwrath, which is basically max defense. It can take on Gyarados that's not Aerialate and Cobalion as well. Hit back with a Dynamic Punch or a Circle Throw. In Gyarados' case, we'll want to Circle Throw it out if it becomes too much of a threat. And we are holding the Koba Berry, so we can take any one flying attack from the likes of Moltres or an Aerialate Gyarados. So That's going to be the team, and now we're going to accept the challenge and see what Crimson has in store for us. He did not bring the Blossom or the Zygarde 10%, so he brought the exact same 6 Mons as he did in his first game. So I'm thinking that he will most likely lead with something like Eelektross to get his Electric Surge up. Regardless, I think actually Togekiss isn't as important to get the Flame Orb off because he doesn't have the what's it called? He doesn't have the Zygarde, so that's what Togekiss's job is mainly for. So I can probably lead fairly safely with Hippowdon. Hippowdon matches up well against everything except for the Gyarados, and we can get our rocks up. So I think we're just going to lead Hippowdon to start off. Make sure we can get our rocks up. These with Moltres. Okay, so is he going to have Gracium Z? That is the question. We do have Citrus Berry on this Hippowdon, so we can live. We have a good chance of living 2 hits from 2 Hurricanes or Fire Blast from this Moltres. But if it's Z, it might knock us out. Oh, you know what though? I can go into my best switch into this is Tyrantrum, like especially with the Sand up. I get a Spadef boost. I get a Spadef boost from the Sand. So question is, do I want to bring Tyrantrum in here against because his team is like it's not very weakened yet, so I don't know if Tyrantrum will be able to do that much. Like Cobalion can come in pretty easily, and I'm thinking the Cobalion will be like Shuca Berry or Air Balloon or something. So I probably just want to get my rocks up, and we'll see whether or not he wants to stay in, because he knows that I could have a rock type move, so he might just predict me to go for rocks. Yeah, he's got Gracium. Oh no. Oh, okay, then that knocks. That's not good. Oh boy, that's really not good. Could have gone into Tyrantrum there. Probably should have. Yeah, so we were adamant with a lot of Spadef investment, and that still knocked us out because he's adaptability Moltres, which is annoying. So we don't really have. I think, well, the best thing that we can do is force him out with Tyrantrum, and then he probably goes into Cobalion, and we can bulldoze. I want to get rocks up. We have rocks on Mesprit, but I don't want to burn my eject button. He probably will just... Yeah, so I can't go into that right now. I need to go into my Tyrantrum. So I'm gonna predict him. I'm gonna predict him to go into Cobalion on this turn, for sure. But he could have an Air Balloon, so I think Rock Slide is just the safest play overall. Yeah, if he has a balloon, I want to make sure that the balloon breaks, so the Rock Slide is going to be our play, and he's definitely going to switch out into something here, I imagine. Yeah, I really should have just made the switch into Tyrantrum on the first turn to make sure we didn't die to a Z move. Yeah, because Hippowdon, because we no longer have an electric immunity now, so that really sucks. Yeah. I was hoping that I guess I was hoping he wouldn't be Z, and that I could live any non-Z hit from this Moltres. Cobalion, Rock Slide, not going to do anything. So I'm guessing he's going to be Shuca Berry. So my play here is either to go for a bulldoze to lower the speed of this thing, or or I can go into my Poliwrath, which is meant to take this thing on. I can go for a Dynamic Punch against anything. Would be nice if he went for Iron Head here instead of Close Combat. This thing is going to be adaptability as well. Do I want to potentially sack this thing to lower speed and get my Blacephalon in? I don't think I do. Okay, let's think. If I take a hit with Poliwrath, then I don't think I'll be able to live any hit with a Cobra Berry from either the Gyarados or the Moltres. Certainly will be in range from, like, he could predict a switch out here too and go for a Volt Switch. That would not be good because my electric immunity is now gone. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go for a Bulldoze here. And maybe he overpredicts, but I doubt it, honestly, because he's got a 6-5 lead now. He's in a good position. But Bulldoze, yeah, he's got the Choco Berry. That's what I thought. And he goes for Close Combat, and now we're dead. So that's really bad. That's to be expected, though, honestly. But now that he's slow, we can bring Blacephalon in, potentially get a Flame Charge speed boost. Yeah, so do we go for Flame Charge here? He's definitely, I would have a hard time seeing him switch out here, or stay in here. When he likely has the Porygon 2 that he thinks he can switch in. But we do 2-hit KO that Porygon 2 regardless. I don't think this is the right time to reveal Flame Charge. We're going to have to get this in at a later point and get that up against him, so we'll just go for Mind Blown here. Because if he stays in and goes for a Stone Edge, that would be pretty bad. Yeah, not going into the Tyrantrum on the first turn was really bad because we needed Hippowdon to get rocks up against him. I was really counting on rocks being up in this game like that. My whole game plan revolved around having rocks up. We still have a chance to get them up with Mesprit. But turn one sacking Hippowdon was not a very smart move. Good prep on him though, basically to just lead with Moltres, knowing that it outspeeds everything that I have and can fire off a powerful Z move against everything. So Mind Blown here is going to do big damage to anything that he wants to bring in. I would actually really like if he went into the Moltres here, because that would put it in range to die to another hit. A Moltres or Gyarados, either would be a good switch here. Well, a good switch for me. I don't know about a good switch for him, but we'll see. Yeah, we couldn't go for a Flame Charge because Gyarados is not in range of Blacephalon yet. We need Gyarados to take some. We need Gyarados to take Rocks damage before Rocks damage and have it in and have Blacephalon in Psychic Terrain to put that thing in range. So we're not in very good shape here, unfortunately. He should presume that I am Sash. So he should think that I can live any one hit from this, but he knows that I'm going to outspeed him anyway. It's taking quite a while to think about this play. And I'm not going to rush him. Like, I take quite a while to make some of my plays too. It's just I'm not as good as filling in dead space with commentary, so I'm imploring him to make his move, but I'm not going to. Like, I'm hoping he makes it soon, but I can't keep talking forever, so I guess we should go over how he won. Okay, so he lets us go down. So mind blowing. So that means Poliwrath is. We no longer need Poliwrath to take on the Cobalion. Poliwrath is going to be useful for getting some chip on, everything you have left. Yeah. Okay. So here comes the Gyarados. So we are 1000% going into our Poliwrath on this turn. We need to get some chip damage on this. So no Intimidate means he's going to be either Aerialate or Motor Drive. If we had HP Electric here, we could knock him out. But I didn't want to mess around with him potentially having Motor Drive, because then that could end really poorly for us. Like, there's no way for me to know if he's Motor Drive or Aerialate. There's just none. So I guess we'll find out by whether or not he stays in against. Okay, I couldn't cancel that in time. It goes for Dragon Dance. Yeah, Togekiss, I don't know. Togekiss might have been the right play here, because we could have tricked him Flame Orb and then burned him. But yeah, so either we go for Circle Throw on this turn, or we Dynamic Punch for the chip that should hopefully put him in range to die to a hit from Blacephalon. Okay. We have the Cobra Berry, so we can live a flying type attack here. Dynamic Punch will confuse him. Then we have a chance of confusion hacks against him later, unless he's like Lumberry and can heal off the confusion. Lumberry actually is pretty likely for him to have. Yeah, so we'll just go for Circle Throw here. Oh, he goes for Earthquake. So he's probably, Life Orb, and he is probably, okay, so, god damn it, okay. So at least, we still have our Cobra Berry, but I don't think that we can live a hit. I don't think that we can live a hit even with the Cobra Berry from this, but we're going to stay in and click Waterfall and hope we can live with the Cobra Berry, which I doubt it, honestly, because this thing is just so strong with adaptability. Man, we're having to go up against a lot of stuff with adaptability. We had adaptability Sneasel and a adaptability Alolan Marowak last game that didn't come to the game, but I think we die, and he hits that Hurricane, unfortunately. So what I'm gonna do here is go Mesprit and basically hope that he misses a move and I can get my rocks up, because I need rocks. Okay, he switches, so that's good. But I need to win the terrain war, so I'm actually gonna pull the switch into. Actually, no, I can U-turn. I should outspeed with U-turn, so we're gonna U-turn, get some chip against this. So Porygon 2 has a very low chance of KOing Blacephalon with Foul Play. So at this point, as long as we can keep our terrain up, as long as terrain's in our favor and Gyarados doesn't get a Dragon Dance off, Blacephalon is looking very, very good here. We can 2-hit KO the Porygon 2 so long as he doesn't get the roll with Foul Play. U-turn here, that's fine. Thankfully we don't take a super effective hit. If he goes into Xurkitree here, we are going hard back into our Mesprit to reset the terrain. Yeah, there we go. So, okay, we get the burn here. So Marvel Scale is activated, which is great. We can switch into Gyarados a lot easier. And we're going to go right back into Mesprit on this turn to reset his terrain. And we will guarantee get switch initiative and go into Blacephalon, and we can go for a Mind Blown against everything, and that should secure us a knockout, which is great. So it started off really bad, but the plan is starting to take effect here. Goes for Tail Glow. I really don't care about that. Okay, so I have enough speed on this Mesprit to outspeed a Xurkitree that's creeping Tyrantrum, so I don't want to slow U-turn here. I don't want to go for a U-turn here in case I'm faster than him. What I should probably do, honestly, is sack my Togekiss so that I can... because I still have the eject button, so I can preserve the eject button if he goes into the Electros to reset his terrain again. I need to be able to reset against I need to be able to reset the terrain against that if it comes back in, because Xurkitree is going to outspeed and knock out Blacephalon. So yeah, we're gonna have to let poor Togekiss go down here. And Blacephalon comes in. Does it go for a Flame Charge? Do we go for Flame Charge at this point? I think if we go for... No. Okay, no. Okay, so there's no way that he lets this go down. He needs the Surge Surfer boost to knock us out. So he's 1000% switching out on this turn. Do we go for a Flame Charge? And is he gonna yeah, he should outspeed us at +1. And Blacephalon, I don't think will. Yeah, Blacephalon would have to take a hit. So yeah, okay. So does he... We have to go for Mind Blown. We can't reveal Flame Charge yet. Mind Blown is the play. In order for us to get to +2 speed with Flame Charge, we would have to take a hit from both Electros and Porygon 2, and we can't take both. I think Electros honestly would probably just OHKO us with Knockoff. I'm not sure if that helped. Okay, Moltres is gonna die. Yeah. I'm gonna bring Electros in for free now. Oh, okay, he actually goes into the Porygon 2. So I'm gonna stay in and 2-hit KO this for sure. That is 100% what I do. I'm gonna click Mind Blown again, and he can't kill me unless he gets a high roll. But he might also go for a Thunder Wave. You know what? If he goes for Thunder Wave and he hits, at this point, I don't think there's anything we can do. Thunder Wave should honestly be his play. Having Substitute here would be nice, but there's I'm not in a position where I can predict whether or not he's going to go for Foul Play or Thunder Wave. So I think I'm just going to stay in and try to 2-hit KO this. Whoa, okay. And he does Thunder. Oh, he missed a Thunder Wave. That's fantastic. Okay, wow. Wow. Okay. Okay, so this is not max special defense whatsoever. boy. Okay, we can't reveal Flame Charge yet because this Flame Charge won't knock this out. Flame Charge only does like 15% to this because we had to minimize our attack EVs to make sure we could live a foul play. So this is going to be the last turn of Psychic Terrain. So I think I should go for a Psyshock on this turn in case... Actually, no, there's no reason for that because I'll outspeed his Gyarados. I'll outspeed his Gyarados and I don't... Psychic Terrain's going to expire soon here. Yeah, so... or I could just go for Psyshock to preserve Mind Blown PP. I mean, there's not much point in that either because Mind Blown OHKOs everything he has left. Yeah, and in case for some reason he goes Eelektross, then I want to make sure that I could potentially OHKO that, so Mind Blown. And Porygon 2 is high here. So he has to go into Eelektross here. He has no other play. There's no other play, and we go into Blacephalon. We go into Blacephalon every time to reset his terrain, or we make the switch into Mesprit to reset his terrain every single time. We still have the eject button intact, so we'll get the switch right back out into Blacephalon, and we can continue mind-blowing things. So we might have a chance here, as long as he can keep his Eelektross around and reset the terrain, then he'll be in good shape. We might have to catch him on a potential U-turn prediction. Like if he U-turns out when I switch Mesprit in the next time to reset his terrain. Like Blacephalon will take a U-turn. Oh, he double switches. Ooh, okay. I have to stay in and click Psychic. Or do I? Like, does he, if he goes for, yeah, no, if he goes for an attack, I switch out. And if he goes for Dragon Dance, I need to go for Psychic. Psychic, we 100% go for Psychic. We are timid with max special attack investment, and we are Psychic Terrain boosted, so if he goes for Dragon Dance, oh, we outspeed him! Wow! Wow! This is looking really good for us now. Wow, so he might have been creeping the Tyrantrum as well. Okay, now what do we do here? Boy. At this point, as long as he doesn't get a Tail Glow up with the circuitry, I think the Mesprit can win this game. So like his play is definitely to go for U-turn here. Like there's no other play to make. This is a tough end game. This is a really hard end game here. What do I do? All we've seen from this Eelektross is U-turn. Psychic probably doesn't knock this out. Because I would think he is Assault Vest. So if he goes for U-turn, he goes for U-turn, slow U-turn, gets circuitry in with electric terrain. At this point, I think my best bet is to hope that Mesprit can win this game on its own. I don't know if that is possible. I think, you know what? If we had Sash Blacephalon right now, this game would be over. Blacephalon would win this for sure. because I would just let like it could take a hit from circuitry, and then it could knock that out, and then knock Eelektross out too. But assuming he's done his calcs, he should know that I have a boosting item on Blacephalon. So I can either... It all depends if this circuitry gets lowered enough. So he's going to be at like 75% when he comes back in. Did he have leftovers on the circuitry? No, he didn't. Okay. Wow. I really am unsure of how to play this end game. Do I switch? I either switch or a Psychic or a U-turn. I'm just gonna Psychic. I'm just gonna Psychic this. Doesn't knock him out. Goes for U-turn. That does a lot. But we get our eject button. That's not going to help us, though. It's not going to really help us. Flame Charge should knock this out. And then maybe we outspeed him at +2, but probably not. See right here, if we were Sash Blacephalon, we win. Which is unfortunate, but I wanted the extra damage to hit KO Porygon 2 with Life Orb. Okay, so the play here is to Flame Charge because he's always leaving this in, and if we manage to live a knockoff. And Flame Charge doesn't... If Flame Charge doesn't kill, and he manages to live and go for a knockoff, and we live the knockoff, then we can get +2, and we should win at that point. Okay, +1. See, this is a tough play now, too. Thunderbolt most likely knocks us out. He's not going to go for Tail Glow here, is he? Oh, wait. No, I win this. I just reset terrain. And I win. What am I thinking? Of course I win this. What am I thinking? Eelektross goes down and I reset the terrain and I win. Mind blown. Get out of here. Wow. So, very close win. Very close win over Crimson. Started off really bad for us, but Blacephalon just absolutely, yeah. The Thunder Wave miss, yeah. The Thunder Wave, yeah. He's commenting in the chat about missing that Thunder Wave. That was really unfortunate, and that's like the only out. That's like the only out I had to play for. Is if he missed the Thunder Wave and then Blacephalon was able to run through him. So wow, like that was... This tournament is not disappointed so far with the quality of games. Like they've all been really, really intense games. Um, I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. I can't believe I won that game. The Thunderwave miss was the turning point. Mesprit and Blacephalon just totally brought it back. Blacephalon is just crazy in this format, man. It hits so hard. It hits so hard. It's ridiculous how hard this thing hits. So, without further ado, I'm not gonna drag this on any longer. We now are 2-0 in this EA Mons tournament. So, if we can get a win in our third game, then we will be guaranteed to be moving on to the semifinals. So, still have to prep for that game, but I'm feeling good about that matchup, honestly. So hopefully we can get the job done and do well enough to move on to semifinals. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week with the third battle in the series.